Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my first Q&A video going into The Walking Dead Season 5. So after we have now seen the premiere, going to be answering your guys' questions. And if you have any additional, any new questions, maybe I can do a part 2 if I get enough. Please write your additional questions in the comments below. Alright, so as always, my videos after each episode will contain spoilers for the previous one, since we're going to be talking about in this one, mainly No Sanctuary, mainly leading up to Strangers, which is the second episode. I'll use the title for the second episode because we've now seen the first episode, so this is after the first episode of Season 5 leading up to the second. And what I'm going to be doing is just, going through answering a lot of the questions I got from you guys. Now, I do have a good number, but yes, like I said, please, if you have any additional things you're wondering or things you just want to quickly kind of bring up, maybe I can do another Q&A tomorrow, like part 2, before the premiere of the second episode, and then maybe each week I'll do at least one Q&A because I like doing them for other random topics we have or other random questions that don't necessarily make a whole video by themselves. We can talk about all of them and I can answer as many questions as I can from you guys in that time period. So I like the format. So send me your questions, please do, and I'll try to answer as many of them as I can, as I have time to do. Maybe even do 2 parts a week. I guess we'll have to see how that goes. At least one a week I want to do going forward, so for sure. So yeah, at this point, feeling really good. Done a good number of videos for the premiere, discussing different things. I feel like we've covered a lot of stuff. We've got a good understanding now as a community of what the direction of the premiere was. Got some questions in here about what I talked about just the other day with the whole Terminus thing and the flashbacks, which at first didn't seem like flashbacks to me and a lot of viewers. And after watching Talking Dead, after hearing from you guys, I now understand that those were intended to be flashbacks. So, cool. We got that out of the way. If you missed that video, let's talk about it here. I'll answer some of these questions and kind of allude to that as we go. So we have a few to get through. First question comes from Mcallister Scharffe. I believe that's how you say your name. Sorry if I got your last name wrong. I do my best to pronounce. I get a lot of different types of names here. And his question is it possible that the guys who ravaged Terminus, or the Termites, which lead the Termites to being so ruthless, were Randal's group? The timeline and actions match up fairly well. That's from Mcallister. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. We've never really seen that other side of what happened from the second season of that group that's kind of been left out there. The Walking Dead has done a great job of bringing back in earlier characters that were brought up, like Sam, for example, this season. They did an awesome job for that. And a lot of others, Morgan, as well too. Many others as well too. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Now, they haven't specifically come out and said that, but I certainly feel like those guys, their actions are like exactly what we could expect. And also, if you look back to season 4, there was a camp that the governor and a couple of the other guys he was with there, with the guy Mitch and the others, calling him One Eye and Peter, where they were considering looting the camp. And then when they had left, they had kind of circled back. Someone else had looted the camp. So this is all within the same geographical, maybe, 50 kilometers, I would say, or even, like same type, township type area, right? All of these events are happening within the same, kind of area. So I could definitely see something like that being possible, that a group like that is out there. Now, you could allude to another group, like there was Joe's group. There's a good number of them, but definitely the actions from these guys who took over Terminus and kind of transformed it into this evil place when it used to be a good place, or at least their actions aided in doing so. The behavior of them is very, very similar to Randal's group. I could definitely see that. I think that makes sense. I'd like to see them do something like that. We've always kind of wondered what happened with Randal's group, and I think they kind of answered it in a video game. But not a lot of people know about that. Not a lot of people played that game. So the exposure wasn't that great. So I'd like to see them kind of tie that together, tie that loose end together, maybe with a flashback or something. I think that'd be cool. Just to kind of give us an overall perspective of what's going on in the zombie apocalypse. I like that, to get to see different characters and their different storylines, good or evil. I do like to see that. And that's one thing about Gareth and the others, even though I don't feel they're relatable at all, or we should be sympathetic for them at all. It is cool to kind of get their perspective on what happened to them in the ZA up to this point, which made them who they are. And be totally consumed by evil and just buy into that as that's what you have to do to survive. That's what the world makes you become. Twist you like that. So that makes sense. So his second question is, over the summer, there has been a lot of talk of how long this show can go and what happens when and if Andrew Lincoln leaves the show. Do you think it's possible that instead of Carl, that Lenni James, he's watched some of my other videos, and he knows that I think that Carl will eventually take over for Rick in the show at a certain point in time. He says, do you think that Lenni James can be brought in as a new lead for the show? Obviously, he has the acting chops to do so, and he was the second survivor we are introduced to in the pilot, with his story being just as important as Rick's in the pilot. And then when they are done with Morgan's story, Carl will be old enough to carry the show. Just had a thought. So again, really good insight from him. Really great comment from him. Thank you very much, Mcallister. Great stuff. Absolutely. I mean, that would be awesome to see Lenni James. I can't get enough of the guy. The more, the better. I even checked out that other show, Low Winter Sun, that got canceled, where he was in it. And the type of story didn't interest me that much. I just watched it because he's such a great actor. And with The Walking Dead, yeah, man. I mean, he could be a great lead character because he's kind of crazy too, which makes it fun. You know, that kind of adds to the interest and the intrigue, the fact that he is a little nuts at the same time. So his acting skills are off the charts. They're some of the best in the series. He's a character we met at the beginning, and they could bring him back in at any time, which they're starting to now. I hope he's in the season at every episode, I hope, even though I tend to think maybe that's not what they're doing, but I hope they do. And yeah, man, I think that Morgan would be a great lead character, or even just a character like Daryl, where he gets his time. You know, he doesn't always have the front stage, but he gets a good amount of time. If you look at the premiere, Rick is not really the lead character of the premiere, I would say. It's Carol, I think. I mean, I think Carol, if there's one lead character for the premiere for season 5, it's Carol. So The Walking Dead, I've talked about this in my recent Q&As too. It's not just about Rick. Like, Rick is the main character. Rick drives the story as our lead, but it's not. The show doesn't equal Rick. It's not just Rick, and you could have other characters like Carol and Daryl and Morgan and all these others be great leads for their own episodes, or for, you know, just awesome characters to have in the story, just to round out the team. There doesn't necessarily have to be a main core character, I don't think, even though in The Walking Dead, so far, Rick has been. We'll have to see where the spinoff goes with that. So great questions. Thanks, man. Next one is from Kraft Muppin. And he or she asks, "Hi, Trev. I have a video request for you. In Talking Dead, Scott Gimple said, when asked what we can expect from Season 5, we will be weaving in and out of the comics, and we are also going to see some unbelievable new environments or new versions of old ones." Ooh, maybe the farm or the prison? I'd like to see different versions of those again, just to kind of see where they're at. And that, to me, sounds a lot like he's confirming that we're going to see Alexandria's Safe Zone this season. I think so, too. I think we will. I know you have a lot of videos to do now, but just in case you need some video ideas, I would like to hear your thoughts on this topic. Congratulations on hitting 90,000 subs, by the way. Thanks for reading. Well, thanks, man. Or girl or whatever. Thank you, sir or man, whatever. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that just really gets me excited. I can't wait to see how many different environments we're going to get to see with this season. Man, this show's the best show ever. No, hands down, no question about it. By the way, I just saw, maybe I'll do a video about this. I think the premiere passed 17 million views for the premiere of Walking Dead Season 5, which is a record for itself and probably for a drama series too. In its demographic, it's number one between the age groups of 18 and 49, I think. So that's like, you know, most of us. That it's like the best, right? It's the highest rated on TV right now. It's getting the best views, the best ratings. Man, awesome stuff. So yeah, I think it'll go on for a really long time, and maybe I'll do a video probably focusing on that. There's so many things to talk about, but I can't wait to see Alexander's Safe Zone. I can't wait to see some new environments. I'd like to see the farm again, even just for a stopover, or so. I don't know, just kind of see them go back there and clear out whatever walkers are there, because they would not be, dangerous to them anymore. If maybe I don't know, maybe they're looking for Beth or something. Just work it in. I'd love to see these different environments. Maybe see Morgan's place again and him not being there or something. I don't know, man. I just. Can't get enough. Really can't get enough. Next question is from Maidenhead. She asks, I'm assuming it's a she, on the new episode, the man who came out of the trailer with the tattoos had a circle with an X on his face. It's pretty much the same symbol we see near the tree in the end of the episode. Could they be the hunters? Could the rest of Terminus survivors maybe join Rick and try to take the remaining hunters? Maybe you can do a video on it. It's worthwhile. See, this is, again, where that scene at the end of the episode with the then leaded, I would say most, maybe 80 or 90% of us to believe that scene was happening after what we just saw before it. So that was current. So all of us thought that Gareth, that scene with the guy smiling looking at Gareth, was happening at the end of the episode chronologically, after, with right when Morgan was looking stuff, that was happening just then. It was a flashback, I guess. That's where they were going with it. So just a little bit of ambiguity with that. Really confusing the way they titled it and shot it. The only downside of the episode. But I feel like as we're doing videos here, we're talking about it, more people are starting to understand that was supposed to be a flashback, and that guy was the guy who they let out with the X on his head. Same guy as the guy who was intimidating Gareth at the end when he's telling his mom, I guess Mary, that it's okay. Also, they told in Talking Dead that Mary is Gareth's mom and Alex is his brother. Yeah, so they really should have included some of this stuff in the episode somehow, rather than just telling us outside of the show that this is the case. But granted, it adds some worth to Talking Dead, because we get some more information out of it, and makes that show even better because we're getting more background story that we wouldn't have gotten from the actual episodes. But could they be the hunters? Well, maybe originally Gareth and the group at Terminus, maybe they got the idea to become cannibals from these guys who took over. That's possible, because that guy looks nuts. That guy looks really, really, really crazy from what we've seen. And it's weird because he doesn't look the same because of the beard and the hair. Even his hair color looks different. He looks like he's got like almost black hair at the scene at the end, and then earlier on he's got like brown hair when he comes out of the thing, or at least it's kind of coming down, in his beard and everything. So it makes him look like a different character. But you can see from the smile, it's the same guy in the Talking Dead as they mentioned it. So so he's dead already. So I would guess now that the hunters are just Gareth, but maybe Gareth and the Termites, I guess we'll find out, learn to do that from those guys, because those guys were nuts. They seem like they were really, maybe they're the ones who started that whole room where they have all the names and stuff and all the worship and whatever the hell they're doing, whatever kind of, it strikes me as satanic worship or whatever that is. That's about the only thing I can think of it. So wow, I have a lot of questions left, so we'll do one more, and then maybe I'll break it, and I'll do the other half that I have already tomorrow. Maybe I could even do one on Sunday, too, leading up to the episode. That might work. That'd be 3 Q&As. That's quite a bit. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Are you down for 3 Q&As? Would you be interested in watching that? Write in the comments below. Last question will be from Josie Cooley, and then tomorrow I'll do some more, and I will for sure do at least 2, because I've got a lot of other questions here, things to talk about. Guy who took over Terminus looked like Negan, or I had another person too. I didn't write down their name, but they were asking about that and what my thoughts were on that. Yeah, dude, he did look like Negan, especially when he smiled like that and he had the hair all slicked back. I don't know if they're trying to put in some kind of pre-programming us to kind of get an idea, or if it's just a coincidence that he looked a lot like Negan, or he had a Negan feel to him, and he did. Of course he's not. He's not Negan as we know now, because he's already dead anyway. But I'm assuming Negan in the TV series will be a lot like that, will be very similar to that, and that will be cool. So, man, so awesome. So much awesomeness. I'm just, right now I just can't make enough videos. I can't talk enough. I just love... The Walking Dead is just the best. That's all there is. It's just the best. There's really nothing else out there like it, in my opinion. I enjoy watching it more. I enjoy talking about it more. I enjoy talking with you guys about it more. It's totally awesome. So, Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all that. Each question, if you want to write your answer below and your thoughts on them, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. Tomorrow we'll do part 2 for the Q&A, and then maybe even do a third part on Sunday, depending. I'll see how it works out. But if you guys like this video, please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share it, please favorite it. And yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow if you're interested. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace.